Well, what's up, everybody? Just still my kraton back together. Couldn't avoid it. Came on my lunch break and saw it sitting here, and I'm like, I gotta get on that. It's just too pretty to leave it sitting. Oh, where's remote? Okay, well, that'll have to work. Oh, holy crap! There's two people there. Oh, what is going on? Just building my truck after jumping out the parking garage. Still getting her back together. Good note when you're doing your front post on these things, it's better to use Loctite on one end and not the other. If you get one of these stuck in there spinning, it's not fun. Nope. Not too much, but that was quick. The hell did I get on there? Taking the shine off it. Of course, I got greasy handprints all over the damn place. Oh, all right. I guess we'll do the front diff now. I believe that's all locked and loaded. Yeah, these have already been checked and shimmed and built and ready to go for a minute now. So, I need some bearings. Now, I know I just replaced these before I put them together, so I don't need to replace all of them. Just the ones I'm missing. There's that one. I'll find another one, I guess. Come on. Damn you. Maybe a little tricky to get this together, but there we go. And of course the gasket fell out. What else would I do? Come on. Don't be tricky. Just stick a screw in there just to hold it in place for a second. Right between the gasket and the diff. Pretty sure I got something else I can bolt on anyway. Come on. I'm having a hard time seeing today because I got blood clot in my, well, not a blood clot, but blood in my right eye. Long story. But, yeah, so I had a blood clot, which was causing a foggy spot. I went and saw a specialist, and they had some new drug they wanted to try, so it was free, which was cool. Apparently, the shit's $1,000 a shot, and I got 3 shots in my eyes to take care of the blood clot, and it did take care of the blood clot. However, sometimes if I sneeze or cough real hard, I get a little spurt of blood out of one of those holes, and then it takes a couple days to dissipate, so I get a foggy spot in my vision for a while. It's kind of a pain in the ass. Okay, so this is not one that sits on, unless that's all bolted together. But I know, well, for one, I'm missing the bearing. Two, one of the facts about this front end is that you got to shim on top of the servo saver here, because otherwise it'll bind when you tighten it up. And I don't know why that is. I tried everything I know, but it's not the shafts. They're the same damn length. It's not that it's not sitting on the bearing, or maybe. No, it's on the bearing. So, anyway, I'm gonna grab another bearing real quick. And I'll probably use some markers. And of course, I'll leave it to the bottom. Oh, that's what happens when you need the smallest bearing in the bag. I can't dig them out because they're always in the bottom. I don't know where that bag is, but this one's right here, so I'll take it. Nope. Nope, there's one. Hello, somebody. How you doing? Oh, Mike, what's up, buddy? Hey, I left my phone at work. I'm dead serious. I was actually gonna text you. I had this beautiful picture of my truck sitting here when I came home from lunch and saw it, and I was like, man, I gotta work on it tonight. And I was gonna text you, but I left my phone at work. As soon as I got home, I went out to the car to get it because I thought I left it in the car. I went in the car, and it's at fucking work. So yeah, my bad, dude. Totally my bad. Yeah, no, I just it just looks so good, and the progress has been brilliant. I haven't had any issues putting this thing back together yet, which is kind of rare. So I'm like kind of juiced about it a little bit, I guess you could say. I don't think you missed anything. I mentioned with these steering posts, only put Loctite on the top or the bottom. Don't put it on both. Yeah, that would explain that. I'm sorry, dude. I had no idea. I texted you at noon, or 1 o'clock. I don't know, 1:30 when I got back from lunch, and yeah, just say like what's up and shit. And yeah, I stayed a little bit late at work because I was kind of upset because we didn't get something done, and the boss was so fucking busy, didn't have time to give me the lowdown on what he did to fix the thing last time or whatever, and ended up trying it myself. Plus, I'm working on this pile right now. I got this 89 98 Cadillac Eldorado, right? North Star, yeah. And it's all rusted out. It's from Minnesota. And it's just, a dude had a leaky brake line. Turns out he's got 4. So I'm redoing all the lines from the ABS module all the way to every caliper. And the ABS module's in the front bumper. So yeah, it's fun. I had to do, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 lines. Some very short, but 8 lines means 16 flares. And fortunately, my boss has got this really good flare tool. It's actually hydraulic. All right, hold on, you fucking bastard. Sorry, the dog's warning about coming in. it's not the big one. It's the handicapped one. Well, I guess they're both kind of messed up. I told you were going to regret going out there. Dummy. Oh, also, I was explaining something else earlier that I don't think you know yet. I'm kind of blind in my right eye right now. Don't worry, it's normal. I had a blood clot in my eye once, and I went to see a specialist, and I didn't have insurance at the time. And it was pretty cool doctor chick, and she was like, look, we got this experimental thing that we're doing right now with some new drug, and I've tried it on a couple people, and it's worked pretty good. Otherwise, I wouldn't be telling you. And if you want, I can administer it for free because it's still in the experimental stages. And I said, you know what? Screw it. Rather not have a weird gray spot in the corner of my right eye all the time. So I had to go and get injections 3 times into my eyeball. Yeah, that's one. When they say hold still, yeah. After 3 injections, the thing went away. It started going away after the first one, but it went away eventually. But now I have these holes in my eyeball, which is kind of a problem. And every once in a while, I'll either sneeze or cough really hard. And when you're a smoker, that kind of happens. And like a little squirt of blood will come out. And it looks like a little red sperm. And eventually it turns into like a mist, like a fog. And I had like 4 of them yesterday. So now it's like all I can see is like a kaleidoscope of red and white out of my right eye. Which really sucks because it totally screws up your depth perception. And like trying to work on anything, it's like, It's a huge pain in the butt. But, I get by. Do what I do. Make it happen. Ooh, that's way too long. Come on. Oh, you bastards. Give me what I want. Too much. Too big, too little. The story of Goldilocks put into nuts for RC cars. This one's just right. Man, where do I come up with this shit? Oh, so what'd you text me about, bud? I mean, I don't think there's anybody watching us. Yeah, I'm still gonna have a problem with this one. Yeah, it's getting tight. What is with this one? Oh, I know what I did last time. Shit. Okay, I know where that is. It's right here somewhere. So, what'd you text me about, bro? Tell me. You've got my interest piqued. Where in God's name did that spacer go? Crap, that was pretty custom too. I'm gonna have to find another one. Damn it. Oh, thank you. Yeah, mine too. Oh, God. That's got to be horrendous. At least it doesn't quite smell in that state, I would imagine. But yeah, I had a septic situation that I had to deal with once, and not just your normal one. Like I replaced a distribution block in my yard. Not a lot of people doing that one on their own. Thank God I had a buddy who was just totally gung-ho about it. And I was like, yeah, whatever. And I had no sense of smell, so not at the time. Really not right now either, but every once in a while I can smell something. When I can, it's not a good thing. Come on, let me me find something I need. Whoa. Oh, there we go. That is what I'm talking about right there. If that'll fit around that screw. I don't know if it will. I can't exactly bore it out. I know that's a shim for steering. I don't want to use that. I don't know why. There it is. I don't know why this thing has that weird thing to it where it just locks up when you tighten it up. I mean, it's not like it's shortened anything or bent anything. And I replaced all the parts on there. It still does it. I mean, I've got a different top plate than I used to have. I've got different drives. The shafts were just replaced. All the parts were just replaced on the servo saver. Have we doing everything? Still got the issue. Must be outside. Yeah, absolutely. As logic would deduce. Man, suck. All right, well, that one's too big to go in there. I think I actually did. Yeah, I had one of those. I don't know where I got it, but I trimmed it down. Ooh, but that will just about. Oh, come on. That's real close to going over the bolt. Where's my reamer? Reamer. Shit. Not where it's supposed to be. Neither is anything right now. It's a fucking disaster over here. Oh, at least I started putting away hardware. Fuck, where'd it go? All right. It couldn't have gone far. Brody, what'd you do with my reamer? I know you took it, puppy. Of course, he just runs outside with Bear. All right, whatever. Shit. I gotta have something I can do this with. It's just got like a lip on the one side, like it was cut. It's almost like a piece of cut brake line when I think about it. That looks like it. Come on. So close. Well, when in doubt, yeah. I don't really have anything for that. Oh, there goes the dog. Brody! Yeah, that's fucking terrible. But, I mean, logic would dictate. I imagine they have to bury that stuff a certain distance up there. They've actually started doing it here in Florida. Actually, they changed the laws, like, or the codes or whatever, a couple years ago. Because I know the Litchfield has to be at least 4 feet underground now. Because I know mine was only about a foot deep or a foot out, whatever you want to call it. A foot down. Put my foot down. There's a song that said that. I forgot where it was. Something like that. Anyway. All right. Now we should have executive style steering. Oh, and we do. Yes, we do. That is super, super smooth. A little bit of wonky there, but hey, I don't feel like taking it back out and trimming it, and that's really not going to do anything. I mean, with the amount of play that's usually in the tie rods. Right. Either redone outside of code or friggin' something like that. Or they did it themselves without a permit. I don't know. That's how Americans do it. A lot of Americans. I mean, I wouldn't say all, but, you know, the rural types. All right. Seriously? That almost feels like bottom spin. No, there it is, finally. All right, and we are still... Oh, I even took the slop out of that side. Cool, we're lock solid. Now, for the bottom part. All right, the bumper covers all those screws, so those have got to be standard issue. Come here. So let's get our depths. Pretty long in the back, even longer in the front. Go right through that damn thing. All right, so What do we have? What do we need? We have 1, 2, 3, 4 good long ones. All right. Yeah, I would imagine it'd be deeper up there just due to the frost or the ground frost. Some crazy shit what weather will do, man. Hey, do you have like longer seasons because you're closer to the equator, or not closer to the equator, farther from the equator? Because I know that's supposed to change. I know my buddy in Alaska always talks about it. I don't know if I'd say buddy anymore. I haven't talked to that dude in about 10 years. Good buddies when he left, though. No, he just decided he was going to become mountain man and live where nobody else does. What is going on here? Something's not right. I'm not getting a seat right here on the backside where the C pillar or B pillar bolts down because, or the B block, because that's one of the longer ones. It's got the holes in the back of it. It's one reason I don't like the aftermarket ones. They don't have those 2 extra holes. 1, because the super bash bumper bolts through that. 2, because it's more secure. Hey, Wire, what's up, man? Haven't heard from you in a minute. Well, I mean, we have on your channel, of course. But yeah, I don't know. This was kind of an impromptu thing, and I left my phone at work, so I couldn't warn anybody. But yeah, just putting my Kraton back together, man. After the whole garage or parking garage scene. So far, so good for the most part. I mean, replacing parts I broke, but that wasn't a really big list. All right, I think I'm going to try to put those in first because that's not supposed to happen. And for that, I'm going to need a couple of buttons or something close. I'm going to put something big in it for now so I can pull it back out. So yeah, that's all that's going on here, really. I don't know if you saw, but I decided to polish my chassis. I mean, I guess you can see now. Kind of a bastard. They got some pretty heavy-duty coating on these things. But got it all off. Yeah, that's the dog. There's usually something snoring in this house. Bob's RC, welcome back, my man. How's it going? Killer jump today, dude. That was definitely on point. I would have been proud of that all day. Because that thing definitely like sent and just nice, perfect, slow roll, pop, touchdown. That's the kind of jump where you go, yeah, I'm the man. You know what I mean? Yeah, no, you guys saw that. Check out Bob's RC for that video. Today it was something like Super Send or something like that. Hey, you screwing up my background. What are you two nutballs doing? Brody, hey. Talking to you. What are you doing? Get out of the garbage. What are you doing, buddy? Freaking dogs, man. Good boy. So, yep. Just getting her all back together. Hopefully this sits down this time because I got something weird going on this nose. I don't think it's bent, but I know my old steering rods were bent. Oh, yeah, they're not even set right now. Yeah, my old steering rods were bent, and I changed them out, but the ones I changed them out were used ones, so they might have been bent too, for all I know. They didn't look bent, but you guys know how that shit goes. Just because it didn't look bent doesn't mean it ain't bent. Yeah, so this is taking some torque. Something's not wanting to go, but nothing's bound up. Well, that's not sitting down at all, man. Well, on second thought, I guess I'll have to tighten down these two and a halves in the back so I can get that figured out. Get that one out of there with the shank on it. I'll strip the damn thing. Seriously? All right. All right. Oh, you might go by hand for the rest. Why is this so tense? Maybe this is more bent than I thought. I sure as hell doesn't look it, I'll tell you that. I mean, this is like really hard. His life, what's up, buddy? How you doing, man? How was your day? Trying to get my crane back together after jumping off a parking garage with one eye. I got some more little squirters out of my eyeball after the injections I had, so I got like a blood fog going on. Kind of sucks. It really screws up your depth perception, I'll tell you that. But, you know, as always, I'll work through it. But, yeah, just putting my Kraton back together, finally. I love this truck. It's kind of depressing having it down for a week while I, went through the motions. I didn't want to put it back together without having solid parts, to tell you the truth, because I don't like half-assing my rigs. Considering what I had in it before, yeah, I want to keep it on that level. This is not an aluminum case. Why is that falling out so quick? Yeah, one is too. All right. That's way too short. Yeah, it's the 8. No. This is not an 8. No. This is a 6. Sorry. It has 8S capability because it's got a Max 6 G2 in it. But no, the 8, that's Nick's. I work on it, so he's my roommate or tenant, whatever you want to call that. So yeah, I do all the work on it pretty much. I pretty much work on everything that's here. So we got 3 Notoriouses or Outcasts, whatever you want to call them. My Kraton, the Mega Typhon. Nick's got the 8S. He's got a 4S Mojave. He's got a Talon 6. And I think that's kind of it. Yeah, this screw is not going to make it. Just didn't have the leftover head for it. All right, let's get some new ones up in this bitch. When in doubt, you screw it out. Yeah, no, I ran it on 8S once, and we don't really have any good stackable 8S batteries. So I put in 2 arrma or Spectrum 4S hard packs, tried to, kind of tape them together as best I could. And as soon as I hit the gas properly, it did a double standing backflip, and chucked both the batteries out of it. And that was the last time I ran on 8. So, yeah, I mean, more power is not always better, and more batteries also adds more weight. There's a lot to be said for weight with these things. Yeah, I actually saw a guy with an arrma with a Traxxas ESC too. At where was it? Armageddon. He was like, "Hey man, do you think I'll pass inspection? I got a Traxxas ESC in this." I'm like, They're not going to go over every inch of the car. They just want to make sure it's an arrma model, bro. Okay. It's really funny. At the time. Had to be there. That's what I was looking for. All right. So I think we're finally going to have a mounted nose here. Yep, that's good. All right. I just got one shiny new bulkhead in here. You trade that out for the one that I heat treated. That's actually still good, so I think that actually did something. Yep. I actually put that one in, got up to 900 degrees and stuck it in used motor oil. It works. Yeah. Come on. Here we go. Now we're locked in. All right. Oh, and that is beautiful. Look at that. Look at the droop on these. That is damn near perfect. And the rear's already been done. It's a touch off on one side, but it's pretty damn close. So, all right. I'm going to tighten these back down now. That was weird with all that stretching there. And of course, I'll change those bolts out when I go to put my bumper on. Plus, I need it for something in the meantime. All right, so we got our front end done. It's nice and loose. Got a bent drive shaft there. Nothing binding. I already checked the play in it. Rear end feels equally as smooth and silky. All right, front rear end done. What's next, guys? You know, I was spending a hell of a lot of money when I first got back into this because I was out for like 8 years, and I don't really spend a lot now. You know, I mean, there's some hinge pins here and there, some hardware here and there, but most of the stuff we bolt on is either stuff that we had already or whatever. I mean, it can be expensive if you break it before you finish 5 minutes of battery every time, like I used to. But I mean, we'll go out and run double packs through cars even after bashing the whole time. You know, doing flips and all that stuff. You just learn how to drive more, let's say, monetarily efficient. You know, like always look in front of you for telephone poles. Shit like that. All right. So, yeah, where we go here? I think I'm gonna go for the center diff first, so we can finish up the drivetrain, and then we can get the rest of that stuff. Probably put on the what do you call them? After oh yeah, what else have to go on this? I guess then just bolt it all down as one. But first, I'm gonna try to give my motor a little love here. Where is that shit? Seriously? Trying to find my double-sided tape here. Actually, I guess I could say it's next. Oh. It's right in front of me. Yeah, I agree with you, Mike. I mean, I've never even shopped in Traxxas models, but I think I've kind of got a stigma on Traxxas because back in the day, way back in the day, like in the early 90s, late 80s, when I first started racing, Traxxas was it was hobby grade, but it was, you know, it was still a toy. It wasn't, you know, a race car. And I was racing race cars, and so we're like, you know, but I mean, that's kind of pompous ass anyway. But I just didn't see it as a respectable brand in a performance light. Let's put it that way. That's about right. Yeah. 13. Yeah, dude. I mean, Nick's was $9.99 out the door. And then, yeah, another probably $250, $300 for 2 batteries. And He got a deal on it though because he I think it was the 5th car he bought at the hobby shop. Nick's an interesting cat, man. He does a lot of really monk-like stuff. Let's put it that way. Just kind of oddball shit. Like he always takes out these weird loans that you can do like at a hobby shop, like those interest-free payment things. And he always makes sure he pays it off before he gets another one. So the company that they deal with has like given him an enormous amount of leeway as far as how much money he can spend. So that's why he went and got the big old 8 because he could. You know, I don't know. I'm glad he did because I know I don't want one now. It's just too big. I mean, it's amazingly it performs almost as well because of how heavy it is. But you talk about price on upgrades and parts, dude. When you go from 6 to 8 on upgrades, you're talking a lot more cash. A lot more cash. This is not going to stick to this, is it? Probably should have prepped the surface, huh? Well, if I can get it to slide in, I'll be happy. Yeah, dude. Like to do like a mega kraton thing. I mean, you can check the website M2C's their mega kraton kit. I think the regular one is more than the truck by a bit. Yeah. So, like, you know, I mean, hell, this chassis is like 140, I think, but I got lucky on that one because Clara got a gift certificate that she won in Armageddon, and she was nice enough to let me spend a little bit of it. But she also got a bunch of kicking stuff. All right, so center diff is good as I like it. Pretty much locked up. Might be a little looser than locked up, but I doubt it. And we've got a shim, no shim, shim, and no shim. Okay. By shim, I mean very, very small piece of fuel tubing. I like to keep my drive shaft centered. So I put in about a mil or 2 piece of fuel tubing in each cup in order to keep them from bouncing around or doing that torque climb that they do when they jump up into the other drive shaft under power or under the other cup. You guys should know what I mean. Nick does pretty good with it, man, and he's not the greatest driver. Yeah, freaking, it's unfortunate, man. The the cost difference when you go from new to used on these things, because it is definitely a lot. I mean, I figure 50% is proper if anything's in good working order. That's just kind of the going rate. Why am I in the wrong bit? Get in there. Ah, nope, that's fine. It's a stain. I told you, man, I can't see. That's why I'm really bumbling right now. I look retarded. All my movements have an extra Y chromosome, for sure. There we go. All right, that one's gonna go to the diff. And you know what? I actually need a couple of these for the stunt truck. I tore that body all to shit already. Kind of my fault though. So I painted the flames, and then it sat for a while, like probably 4 days, before I went and painted the rest of it. And well, somehow it got contaminated in that 4 days, and all the paint peeled off. And also, I didn't realize that you could jack up the roll bar on the Outcast. You can respace it differently if you got a different body so that it actually works with that body and your body support works. So you don't destroy the thing like right away. Yeah, it's a little tight on the drive shafts, but it's just pushing against silicone fuel tubing. It's not hurting nothing. Oh. But can I keep it centered long enough to get a bolt or two in it? Oh, what is that? Where that is going the wrong way, isn't it? There we go. Now that might actually be a little bit too much. Okay. Let's see, you little bastard. No. Stop it. Be nice. Okay, so that bolt is bit as hell. Good thing I found that out real quick. Is this thing really that tweaked? Come on. All right. Yeah, this thing is. Look at that. That's like a brand new bolt too, but boy, is it bent. Oh yeah. I didn't see that when it was coming out. Okay, looks like I'm gonna be hunting for a bunch more of these damn screws. Maybe not. Let's see. Still a long way to go. Best battery for the Kraton 8? Well, I mean, same battery that I think is the best battery that I've had experience with so far, and I've had experience with 4 different battery manufacturers, and the one I can say that I cannot believe the performance is SMC. I've had a couple of SM3 3S packs since we bought out somebody a long time ago, like when we first got back into it, and I've ran them on the 6s. I mean, not that I'm saying you should, and not that they're stackable because they're both soft packs, but they run great. They don't have as much power as a 6, but I mean, it's definitely better than most 3s. And on the 3S cars, they go like hell and they run forever. They're I think rated at 130 or 150, 7600 milliamp 3S soft pack, and that's the only batteries that I got 2 of them used when I got them, and I still have them both. Because everything else that we've had 2 of, we've lost at least one of them due to bad cells or stuff just getting screwed up. Those batteries and even soft pack, they're top notch. And I've been told by friends in the business who work at the local hobby shop, best place to buy them from is the website, SMC's website. And I looked, and it's comparable to eBay, but more trustable. Yeah. Well, you could have taken a picture with a voltmeter attached to it, right? I mean, if it popped, it's not going to show anything across the lines. Just a guess, man. What is going on here? Why is everything in this car fighting me tonight? All right. Probably overshimmed it. Screw all that. All right. So, tonight's lesson. Don't overshim your drive shafts. However, don't undershim them either. Let's see. Where is it tight? In the front. Yeah, I was pushing to the side. So it was the back that was overdone then, right? Let's find out. No, that's pretty good. Okay, well, we lost the one in the front cup. So. Brody, what'd you do with my drive shaft, buddy? Thank you. Good dog. All right. Still got a shim on the front, so yeah, that was overdone before. Okay. Back to work. Oh. Let's just get something in here to get everything held down so we can go around a lot, tight everything. All right. So, now I doubt this is going to be fine with super long bolts because they're probably all full Loctite already. So. Let's go with a bunch of new ones. Whatever happy life we get out of this thing. Oh, okay. So you did get a new one. All right. Never mind. I thought you were saying that they gave you shit about it. That always sucks. So I don't try to warranty much unless it's very expensive or had a very short life. So it always sucks when they give you static about it. But in this hobby, in the particular version of this hobby that we do, it's kind of hard to bitch about anything. I mean, we're definitely going way the hell above and beyond. All right, no, we designed it for that. Not what I'm doing, buddy. Not what I'm doing. Yeah. All right. So, second here, we will have a solid drivetrain. There ain't much further to go after that. Some radio gear. Motor's already in. Side sills. Mud flaps, bumper, etc., etc. Forward and rearward chassis braces. I can put those in now that I got the motor in. That was a big thing. It's a bitch to put that rear drive shaft in if you got everything in and that brace is in the way. So yeah, we'll do those next. Make sure that's all braced up. Yeah, that sucks. Yeah, but no, I've had Gen's Ace. I could say are very, very good. I've got one of them now. Unfortunately, like I said, one did go to shit. But I mean, we're talking 2 years probably. What else? The Venom packs. We've got I think 3 left. We had 5. They're not terrible, but they're only 5K, and they're kind of run of the mill as far as how power output goes. What else? Of course, we got some Spectrum packs laying around. Nick's got one of those big ass 6s, the 9,000 or whatever, 9,800. And we got some 5s and some 3s. 3S and well, no, we don't have any 3,000 milliamps. We got 5,000 milliamp 3Ss. And those always seem to run fine. I don't know, but they don't have a charging or, balance cord. You got to hook up to a special charger that Nick bought because he's special. No, I'm just kidding. But, I kind of think it's lame. They want you to buy everything theirs so you can use all their special features. That's kind of disillusionary. And you're probably going to lose more customers than you gain because of the fact that you can have the best of everything that every different manufacturer makes instead of getting some good stuff because you make it, but I need all your crap to make everything work. It's just kind of stupid to me. I don't think it's a good business model, but whatever. What do I know? If you guys give me a second, I'll go to the little boy's room. I'll be back very, very shortly because I'm living building this car. Hey everybody. All right, here we go. Chassis bracing time. So, for one easy one. I don't know about you guys, but a lot of these front chassis braces come with a 2.5 mil screw in them. I always rim them out to the 3 mil. You just drill out the upper plate, put a bigger screw in it. Just a dab will do you. Not too much. And on the bottom screws that go through the chassis, I always try to put an elongated screw in there, even if you have to use something weird, something that'll go all the way through it. That way, if you have a problem later and the head's screwed up, you can loosen it up from the backside. Oh yeah, something's bent. You know what? I might have thought I had some extra kick down and decided to move it. I actually don't. Yeah, it's a possibility. When wheelie bars aren't good. Okay. Come on, get in there, you. Oh, yeah, see, this thing is just tweaked out somewhere. All right, you hold still. That's where massive amounts of manual dexterity come into play. Yeah, screw you too. Okay, why is this not even trying to line up at all? There we go. All right. So there's that one. I don't like that. Feel that bolt head right there. It feels like it's going to strip. Yeah. We definitely are missing some kick down. That's why it was so hard to move this thing together. Or kick up in the front. It's a little flatter than she should be. That's all right. A couple good launches and freaking bad landings will fix that shit. All right. What up, Mike? Do we have all the mics here now? 18th scale? No, I haven't yet. I actually I used to race 10th and 10th scale outlaw gas on road way back in the day, like 15, 20 years ago. And I got out of this hobby for a long time and just got back into it about 3 years ago. And I was thinking about getting racing, but I think with the racing is 10th scale carpet nearby. Just, I don't know, I think racing is what ruined it for me last time. So I think I'm going to stay away from that and just keep breaking stuff and doing cool stunts. Yeah, I know we got, oh, wait, that's 4. Damn it, I don't have my phone. If you go to Pandora and look up, P Lander Z, the letter P Lander Z. It's a obscure Japanese punk band. They have a song called "So Many Mike," and it's about their opinion and that everybody in America is named Mike. And it's just funny because in the last like 3 months, I've come into all these mics. Well, past 2 years, I should say. But I love you all individually. Why do you all look the same? Just kidding. Oh man! All right. Too much fun. Too much fun. Thank you. Thank you. I'll be here all month. All right. Oh, let's get this back one going. Not sure I have a good countersunk for that, so I'm going to have to break my rule and go with something a little shorter. Yeah. Get off me, fly, you bastard. Florida, paradise for bugs and plants. Yeah, I do not. And I don't think a button head's going to sink that well on that. I'll have to change it out this week. Yep. Drive shaft in the way. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Brothers from other mothers, right? Tell you, I'm an only child anyway, but so I guess I can't really say that. I was just say all my best friends are from other mothers, but duh. No, the ones I made up aren't any better. I'm just kidding. All the ones in my head are special. California State certified, bro. Oh man. Yeah, I definitely have to get some kind of something to shine this up for me. It's definitely dulled just from working on it. Greasy fingerprints and whatnot. All right, so oh yeah, we should put those in first. I would say the regular, what do you call it? Version 5 truck with a version 6 rear end. The spacing on the upper brace, the chassis brace, rear chassis brace, as they name it, I believe, is not correct to anything that I know of. So you just kind of got to make your own setup. That's awesome, dude. That's great. Oh man, awesome. There we go. Yeah, those both fit. Come here, you. I'm a little angry. You hear that? That's no threads. Yeah. I got one new plastic bulkhead and one that's screwed up. Actually, the back one is aluminum, but it is screwed up quite well. All right, so when you don't have any threads, what do you use? Nuts and bolts. Should have a couple more in here before I have to go to the... Yeah, screw it. Let's take the new ones anyway. Boy, that does look jacked up. Oh yeah. Okay. So for those of you who were here when I put tape on the bottom of my motor, either I overdid the shit out of it or my motor mount is bent to hell. I will give you a side angle of that so you can see what I'm talking about in a second. Let me find myself a pair of nuts. It says every gay man who walks into a bar. Oh! All right. Boom, 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 boom. And I think we're out of these smaller ones in this box. Yep. All right. I'm sure that's one here somewhere. Gotta be at least one or two in here. Shim. Not a nut. Not a nut. Shim. Nut. Shim. No nuts. Damn. All right. Fucking one all uniballer on it. We found one nut. Where are my nuts? Countersunks. Set screws. Washers. What? Oh, damn you. Damn you bastards. Okay. So, all the way over. There we go. This one looks strict worse than the other one. And so it is. Yeah, none left for that one either. Oh, come on. All this work for a freaking nut? Are you feeling the nut? Oh, God, you are one. Damn it. Damn it, damn it. It's not a nut. Okay. That's the wrong size. Finally. What the hell is that? It sounds like a phone, but I don't have a working phone here. Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, that was sick. Yeah. Problem with that is how do you back that shit up? Now I gotta do something really crazy. I don't know, man. I got a couple ideas. Definitely more grass landings, preferably. I'm thinking about going to the fifth floor in that garage too, because if you look at it, where it came off to the right is the fifth floor where Mike was actually filming from, and if I can hit that and come off at an angle, I can kind of land in the same spot, and I'll have more height, so I'll definitely go farther. So I'll definitely hit the grass, even though I've got kind of a diagonal trajectory, so it'll take more distance anyway. But I think that'll work out just fine, among other things. Hey, cool, man. I'll definitely hit you up as soon as I get out of here. Subbed for sure. Yeah. Yeah, man. It's tough. It's tough trying to do that, especially if you got multiple vehicles. Like, I don't know about you guys, but I don't know how many times like I've been driving with somebody and they start doing something crazy. So I start watching their car, but I'm trying to control it at the same time. And my car's like going off and doing some weird shit or running into a tree because I'm watching their car. Yeah. I mean, there's also, I believe there's parking garages down in Punta Gorda too, which is just like, 10 minutes away. Um, Also, that's where I need to go because I need to scout urban settings, right, Mike? So I need to see what else they have down there. Oh, shit. I cannot see anything past like my nose, and I'm not embolic. If anybody even caught that one. So, all right. Come here, little nut. Oh, shit. Push out. Oh, no. Oh, come on, quit fighting me on this one. Can't fucking see. Yeah, this is not the right size dart. As I said, depth perception quite a bit off. See, man. Is that somebody else or is it the same dude? Oh yeah, it's still Minnesota life. All right, cool. I knew it was cool. Cool him to stop by out of nowhere. I mean, I don't think he's been on my channel before. But as Mike knows, we get him from all over the place. I haven't seen Harry Paul in a minute though. He kind of jumps in like every couple months. What's my favorite in my collection? I'm working on it right now. This is my favorite truck by a long shot. The reason I like this truck so much, especially coming from a racing background, every time I drive this truck, and it's not the longest I've had. I have had the Type in way longer. It does exactly what I tell it to. When I'm in the middle of a turn and I decide if I want to spin it some more and go a different direction, or if I decide I want to cut back, or if I decide I want to wheelie out of it, no matter what I do, it follows my inputs to a T. And it's just a joy to drive. Just a joy. Like it's more smiles per mile than anything else I have. And to me, that is the ultimate thing with anything with wheels and a motor. That's what you're supposed to get out of it, is smiles per mile. And if you're not getting enough, well, you need to come see me, or you need to get a different vehicle. So, and I mean that about real cars and RC cars, because that's my goal with real cars too. Even for those people who just use it for transportation, which sickens me, but driving used to be a privilege. But whatever, can't fix them all. So, yeah, definitely my favorite. Second favorite's hard to say because I really liked what the Mega Kraton is, what it's become. However, it's still kind of hodgepodge together out of spare parts. Like I think with a couple upgrades, like some proper springs, because it's just got God knows what springs we had sitting around in it. How did that get on the floor? And I'm sure the shock bodies are completely worn the hell out. Some M2C shock upgrades would be great. Some other M2C parts maybe. Well, it's already got all the TRL crap on it. The TRL Tune Typhon, A, B, C, D blocks, shock towers. Actually, I've got that same chassis on my stunt truck, on my Outcast, because it's the same length and it's 27 grams lighter, and you can get them cheap on eBay. I got mine for like $48. And it's also 5 mil thick, 5 or 7 mil thick T6 7075 aluminum. But it's milled to be lighter in the non-structural places. Yeah, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah, those do create tons of smiles per mile, especially sideways. There it is. Okay, cool. So there's my other little spacer. Like I said, you kind of got to make shit up with the back end spacing on these things because it's not the way it's supposed to be, and that's too big. So that's too small a hole. That's probably the bearing I had in it before. Yeah. Well, hey, out of all the motors I built, I've had 2 failures on customers, and these are the ones I built at home. I took care of them. Freaking rebuilt the motor for free. Even though one wasn't necessarily my fault because I built it with somebody else, and we both assembled piston rod assemblies, and one of them came apart. But when I contacted him, he was like, "That's your problem, not mine." So I was like, "All right, whatever." So I took care of it. But the other one I definitely ruined because I didn't know what knock sounded like back then. Hey, we all have the day when we hear knock the first time, we go, "That's knock." Yep. And then you know what it sounds like. That strange, hard to decipher sound when you got a really loud exhaust. It sounds like a soda can full of BBs. Yeah, that's your freaking rod bearing slapping back into the crankshaft due to pre-ignition or detonation. Usually the hot cylinder, it's going to be pre-ignition. Anyway, I had something I was thinking about saying. You know what? It's time to drink. Rough day, man. Rough day. Besides, when you're spending 8 hours with a broken foot every day, yeah, you got to kind of ease the pain in the nighttime. It's not technically broken per se. I don't have any broken bones, but I have 2 bones that are grinding on each other like a mortar and pestle, and it tends to hurt, and I limp a lot. And the real problem is that when I limp a lot, it makes the other side act up, not the foot, sacroiliac joint, which you can look that up. It's the part of your tailbone where one side meets the middle, or however you want to look at it. Yeah, when it's spread 8 millimeter, and when it acts up, all the muscles spaz out, and it's not bad. It's just the muscle spaz out, so I can't move. It's like hurts to move because all the muscles are like, we're not going anywhere. It's like a little, like a sit-in riot in Soho. Hell no, we won't go. Everybody's just stiff. Was that a good analogy? Yep. Chug, 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 pop, chug, pop, chug, pop. Actually, just I wouldn't say I misdiagnosed because I didn't really diagnose. It was somebody else's diagnosis, but we had this Chevy 2018 Silverado come in with the LT whatever motor. I don't know. I don't know all those GM motor numbers. I'm a Honda Nissan guy. Anyway, but it sounded just like a rod knock. I mean, when we revved it up, started knocking worse. But I didn't pay attention to the fact that the knock was a crankshaft speed. It was half crankshaft speed, and everybody knows what that is. That's going to be your cam train. I guess it's a common failure on those. The variable valve system takes a shit. Yeah, it's a roller rocker or a roller follower, roller lifter. That's what it would be. And the roller just got a flat spot and just beat the shit out of the cam. Cam looks like fucking flat. It's just round now. So yeah, I haven't seen that shit before, but when you work at dealerships for so long and then you get out of it, you learn a lot of shit really quick. You have to. When you're brand specific, you get less training and you know everything up to what is out just about to come out with that particular brand. However, you don't know shit about anything else. So when you're confronted with all these other brands, because they're not the same, everything's different. Every kind of car is different. And even the same brand, vehicle, same year, same make, model, engine size, drivetrain layout, can come in with the same goddamn symptom and it might not be the same problem or the same cause of said symptom. And that's what makes my job awesome. Because ain't shit ever the same. No, I don't chug anymore. I used to when I was in high school, but that's kind of if you're drinking something you don't enjoy, what the hell is the point of drinking it? So out with the bent, unless anybody needs a jump rope, and in with the used unbent. So, definitely Loctite these guys because these little things will back out on you and do weird stuff. I've seen them like bow frames a little bit. It's weird because when your frame flexes, they'll twist and back, and then when it stops flexing, they'll go back to. Well, they won't go back, but they'll be threaded out, so they'll be pushing on shit. And this is just a standard crossbar with the hot racing ends on it. Nothing special about it. But if you do get these hot racing ends, make sure you shim it right so you don't have to bend your chassis to put it in. It should be loose when you bolt it down. Do I go to any bashing events? Well, I've only been bashing for about 3 years now, roughly. And the only one that's come up near me is Armageddon 2024. And yes, I was there. And yes, I actually trophied. I was very surprised. I didn't think I did. Nobody told me I did until they were being handed out. That I won speed run in 6S, which with my Typhon, believe it or not, which ended up becoming a speed running car later in life, but it wasn't a speed running car at the time. It was just a Typhon with a little bigger gear in it. I guess nobody else came to run 6S and speed run. Everybody was probably running 8. So that was wild. And then my wife won freestyle, and she won that legit. She killed it. And that's when I knew that freestyle was a thing, and I needed to get my freestyle game on to drive with the wife. Well, not just to drive with her, but, have fun with her. Because when somebody's just doing freestyle, it's kind of hard to do, like speed bash. And she still does the jumps and all that, but, like she's not really set up for the motocross track. Where I've got 2 cars that are perfect for the motocross track. And when I got her another Outcast, well, my Nick roommate sold it, and so now she's got 2, and I was like, I could turn that into a Kraton or a Typhon or a Mojave or whatever you want. They're all 6S. It's all kind of the same. She's like, nope, I want another one. I'm like, okay. So she loves her freestyle. That's what she does. And she's currently using it as a test bed for suspension improvements, which I am in the process of making a video on. A lot of slow-mo shots of how the suspension reacts to jumps and wheelies and things like that. Trying to get it all together. It's a lot of different friggin' little short videos. So, and of course, trying to remember what's in the car when we shoot it so we know what to compare it to. But it'll come out. Hopefully it's beneficial to everybody. Everybody gets an idea of the way things react differently. Like, we're trying to do stuff with like heavy damping, light springs, heavy springs, light damping, but then normal light setup, heavy normal setup, that kind of shit. So hopefully it all worked out. But yeah, that's the only one that I've heard of around me. Thank God it was the biggest one in the country, I guess. I met Kamikaze. That was fucking cool. Him and my wife actually became kind of buddies. Met a bunch of other guys there. The hell's his name? S&M, Mark St. Marie, Florida RC or something like that. They're all on my list. I don't know. I can't remember all of them. Didn't meet you guys there. Mike, I swear to God, if I start making as much money as I should, dude, I'll fly you down. Whenever they have it. As long as they don't tariff your ass. That's such bullshit, dude. Oh my God. I'm glad I don't get into politics because, God, there's some idiotic shit going on. Anyway, so that's done. Let's start getting the front end finished with the bumper guy there. Because I think the rear is pretty much solid as far as the physical aspect. Oh, okay. Tuning or alignment still needs to be done definitely on the rear, though. Yeah, one good nose blunt at the skate park will fix that kick-up problem. Guarantee it. Where is my new bumper? All right. Let's get some nice little short counters. There's one. Nope. One. Nope. What the hell did I do with the rest of them? Must have put them back in the bin or something. You guys should have been watching me. You told me not to do that. I'm just kidding. Somebody's got to babysit my ass. Yeah, yours has got a bow to it, though. I mean, that's pretty simple to fix. All you got to do is put like a 1x2 underneath it and stand on it. I mean, this one's been straightened once or twice. Mainly in the back end. It was actually bent in the back end this time. But I don't think it was from that hit because that hit off the hospital wasn't really that bad. It was fairly flat. So I think it was actually already bent a little bit from skate park runs, and it was already bent once and re-straightened from skate park runs in the past as well. So, yeah. I mean, when you do what we do, you're going to bend anything. I mean, but I haven't seen anything stand up better than M2C that didn't weigh a ton because I've seen a lot of guys make custom shit. Guys who work in places that makes, metal and stuff like that and, exotic metals. And I've seen probably the gnarliest shit I ever seen actually was on Talbot's channel. That dude had a carbon fiber chassis. His one buddy that does a high jump thing or long jump. What's his name? Anyway, a carbon fiber chassis from somebody. And dude, he landed like 30 feet off and freaking cased it full bore right in the middle and like just drove away from it, no problem. And it was that carbon fiber one with the aluminum back end. I think it might be scorched. It's not. It might be M2C actually. I'm not sure. Anyway, if you guys know, let me know. Okay, something hit the floor because I'm missing shit. Yeah, there's that. Right. Okay, so need another small countersunk, and I need my small bit, which is going to be not where. There it is. Yeah. Oh, that's probably my screws for my bumper right there because there was my goddamn bumper. Mm-hmm. And then there were more. El bumper. All right, so we got drivetrain motor, we got bumper spring. Oh, I got to drill these out. Or, well, no, maybe I could just force tap them. Yeah, I used the 3 mils on my bumper. 3 mil counters instead of the 2.5s because it's better. Bigger bolts, bigger heads, less strippage, more strength. I doubt it's going to add to weight. Highly doubt it. Yep, you can force tap them. Just push them on in. Or just make sure you push the whole time, and when you stop because the threads have to remelt. Yeah, it's kind of boring a hole. It's a bit of a jump. The 1/5, you mean the 8S? I think they call that 1/5. Might as well be called quarter scale. I mean, shit. Are you talking about the 8S? Yeah, okay. Wow, bro. Yeah, that's a freaking hell of a jump. Okay. So Here's the deal. If you're gonna bash, um, I think the best thing to start out with, maybe Mike can agree or disagree with me on this, is something like a 3S or even maybe a 4. Something with a plastic chassis that can take the hits, that's not too heavy. Because when you move up to a 6, and you've got an aluminum chassis which can bend, and they're about 10 pounds, no, maybe 8 pounds heavier, 5 to 8. So there's more inertia. So when you hit stuff, especially concrete and asphalt, it tends to break shit. Where plastic bends back. That's why we don't use metal control arms, because you need something flexible on the rig. Otherwise, you're going to just bend everything. So I think that's a better platform to start. The 8S is extreme, bro. I mean, it's a whole new ball game. It's so much bigger than this thing, and so much heavier. This is a 15-pound truck. That thing is 27. I'm not saying you did a bad thing at all, but take it easy, get used to it, try to dial it in for your driving style. Make sure it's handling the way you want it to before you get all crazy with it, just so you don't break more parts, because they are not cheap. I mean, they're not. If you buy factory parts, they're not a far stretch from the 6S. But if you buy aftermarket shit, that's where it really steps in. Yeah, bro. Hey, if it don't go, send it. I mean, I got plenty of videos of Nick jumping like 30 feet out of the hole doing backflips. In fact, I'm about to post one with a front flip he did that was still in my photos that I hadn't set up yet. So, I mean, he's so weird about that stuff. Like, he'll just drive around, putt around, just like going up the lip. And I've got part of that video actually. Just bouncing around here and there, and then all of a sudden he'll just send this shit like 30 feet in the air out of nowhere and not even tell anybody, and just be like, wee, and everybody's like, dude, like, because nobody's filming, He's a nut. He's an absolute nut like that. But he's Nick. He's our buddy. Hell of a friend too. Couldn't ask for a better buddy. He'd give you the shirt off his back if it was snowing outside and it was the last one he had. Of course, he's got 2 cars in the driveway right now, and one of them I've got to gut and turn all the stuff into the other one. He bought a shell for his car that got wrecked a couple weeks ago. Not looking forward to that, especially working my regular work week. Okay, well, little pin disappeared. All right, so there's that. And I guess it's time for electronics. I should probably open up the shocks, make sure they're all topped up, since it's pretty much a fresh build anyway. Oh, yeah, these are 10.5-ounce springs, so they're a little bitchy to get off sometimes. Oh, fuck you, dude. Really? There you go. Sucks about a brake cleaner. I don't know any way to clean them, but it's a good wipe down, I guess. Yeah, I know, right? Just keep going. Yeah, I hear you, man. Well, I mean, I didn't really want to do anything else when I got home, and honestly, freaking, I should be resting. Foot's kind of fucked up right now, but yeah, my whole bottom of my foot is actually migrating to one side. It's off by like 1.5 inches now. It's crazy. If I had my phone, I'd show you the X-rays, but I don't have it with me. I'll have to work. I'm an idiot. All right. Really, I gotta see if I find some of these screws. These little bleeders are starting to get kind of chewed up after. Yeah, it's been a good while. Oh. Nice save, huh? Come on, you. Oh. Dude, this thing is... Oh, got it. All right, and... I'll open up the honey pot. Well, that was just about perfect. However, we'll add a dash to it. If I can find something to hold these, that'll hold them properly. Yeah, that one's a little bit low. One of the rears. Stay, little bastard. Yeah. The front's a little bit low. Oh, yeah, and I run these. Ooh, there's one that's got to be replaced. I should have checked that on all of them, actually. That one's all right. Yeah, I think I did have a bent front, didn't I? From that one crash. No. That's straight. Okay. I already changed it. Really need to get one of those little shock holders or make my own. No, that one's all right. No, it's not. Crap. I got 2 rear shock rods. Shit. Might not. You can't like me, damn bugs. Okay. Shit. Yeah, that's on the rear. Yeah, I did do the front already because I got another one sitting over here. Yes, these are rears. Sure look like it. Yeah, those are definitely rears. Hallelujah. We got shocks. Okay. Now we got to bleed them, redo them, and all that happy shit. I guess you get to do Seaboard secrets. My shock modification stuff. Not much, just a little way to keep them working better. There we go. Here. Hey, you 2 little monkeys can stay there. I'll fill you up in a second. That reminds me of what's her name. That's what happens when you run Lucas for shock oil. All right. Fun, huh? Yeah. Those are the ones my wife yells at me for. All right. So shock pliers. Oh, yeah, this will drain for like a day. Because that stuff's nasty. It's 140 weight oil. That's why I run it. If you look it up. And it's cheap. You get a whole pint for like $8. Shock seals. Oh, we got a busted brain there. Good thing we got this apart. I'm gonna fix that. Yeah, that's my little special 3rd ring I like to use. So yeah, it's MTC piston. Shock bore is not worn very much. That's good. I've seen some take the anodizing right off them, especially the MTC pistons. But it's usually with lighter fluids, not with this stuff. I guess it's just because it's so sticky and slippery. But yeah, I've seen bores with like 80 weight, 90 weight, 100 weight, stuff they run all the time, and like right in the middle of the bores, they're just completely clean silver. Where's the red anodizing right off them? So this stuff definitely helps with that. I mean, it's got to make a difference in your shock travel setup. Well, actually, it's probably make a good difference because you think about it. If your bores were bored out a little bit in the middle, then you would have more fluid bypassing the piston in the middle and not at the extensions at the far top and far bottom, which is actually kind of what you want because you want a lighter damping at the level where you're bouncing over the bumps, when you're hauling ass and shit like that, where you want stronger damping when you're, doing your mega jumps. So that's actually not a bad thing, but it's not really controllable because of the fact that it's a wear thing. It's not really something you modified and you can make even side to side, which would result in you handling. But in theory, you know, all right, so I'm gonna need some shock seals. Pretty damn sure I have those. In fact, I did have some out not that long ago. All right, let's get these pistons off. Where's my baby four-way? Yeah, Brody? Time is it? Nope, not yet. Mommy ain't coming home yet. And so a buddy of mine might be on their way over because I don't have my phone. So who knows? These are actually lacking in one of my current upgrades, so we will go over that in a second. But all the rest are there, it would appear. All the rest of the things I do to make my shocks the way they make them. Which isn't nothing special. It's just a couple places where I've noticed that, could use a little something. Actually, no, that does have a... Oh, no, they do have O-rings on them. Okay. They're black, so I couldn't see them. So on the bottom of each shock's got an O-ring on it to avoid breaking the piston under extreme shock extension if you don't have your droop set up properly or if it droop screw moves or something. And then just, washer on the bottom and top of the piston. Of course, that little pain in the ass one that's hard to find because it's perfect size to go onto the threads and not down the shaft. And I should have polished these already, but I'll give them a quick run before I put them in. Even new ones, I always polish them and make them as smooth as possible. Some very, very light emery cloth. Come on, get in there. So there's that. 2 new rods with pistons installed. So shortly we're going to need seals. He was like that when we got him, swear to God. Swear to God, it sounded like somebody snoring as a motorcycle went up and down there. Oh crap, I still got to take my motor back off. Yeah. I don't know, man. It's mighty pushed up in the back right now. Shit. Forgot about that. I mean, you guys can see it's like, yeah, that's not flat, dude. So, hopefully that's just a tape issue. I mean, obviously the motor mount itself is bent, actually. I might have to just do something with that. Yeah, I almost forgot about that shit. That gear would have worn really... Oh, that was so fun. Yeah. That gear would have worn really, really funny. Oh, really? I just put your plate in our... Where in the shit is the other... Oh, come on. Yep. That's what happens when you have multiple projects going on at once. All right, I'm just going to set this fucker down for a minute. And then get that figured out after I get these shocks done. And concentrate on these. All right, so shock seals. Actually, I can top these up first. See, fucker. Fuck it. All right, come here, shithead. Come on. The shock is likely under a lot of pressure now, but I'll bleed in a second. All right, shock seals. Mm-hmm. Wheel. Ah. New. There's just a little plastic pusher, guys. Shit. Well, use them already, didn't I? You know what? Shit, I really did. Yeah. Use that. No. You know what? Actually, I used them already, but I used them for a good cause. I used them on a buddy's shocks, so I've got a different idea. So instead, put an extra guy in there, a little O-ring. Let's put a little spacer in there just to do the same thing, just to push it together a little tighter. What is something going on? Somebody's taking the garbage cans out. That's good. There's a big pile of stuff I haven't organized yet. Brody, stop it. Well, I kind of got what I want, kind of don't. Yeah. But that's a diff seal, and so is that. That'll work. Screw it. So much for the new idea. Brody, what are you barking about, buddy? Almost. That's all I have to say about that. All right. So, the way I build the shocks. Still got plenty of lube in here from being together before because that stuff never comes off. So I don't worry about that. Shock rod through. Extra seal. Diff seal or shock seal, whatever. Will work. Regular shock seal. Spacer. Regular shock seal. End cap. Well, end spacer, then end cap. So it should be like that. So you got extra O-ring, regular O-ring, spacer, O-ring, end cap. And screw that bad boy on. Fart noise. Blows raspberry, I think is what they say on TV. So you don't have to screw it on all the way tight yet. And then just get your spacer on. I run these outside spacers to the distance of making the car not bottom out. It'll still bottom out, don't get me wrong. It'll still be chassis slapping, but it'll be a cushioned chassis slap. So here you go. So then you get your shock rod end on. Now we're still going to leave alone the bottom there until it's done bleeding. So I like to tighten my shock caps and bottoms at the same time. You get kind of an equal torque thing going on, if that's even possible. Ew. All right. One down, one to go. All right. So, extra, regular, spacer, regular, and washer, and cap. Make sure they all get in there before you put the cap on. There's that. Bubbles slowly coming out of that stuff like molasses. Slower than molasses in January. The hell was that? It's not like my dog's tummy growling. Shit, no, not. The wife said there was food yesterday. I'm gonna have to go find out. I'm sorry, gentlemen. If you'll excuse me for another minute. I'll be back very shortly. All right, I'm back. It's kind of a catch-22. They have food, but dogs are weird. They have two food bowls, and they'll only eat out of one. So, like, if one's empty, they freak out. Okay, this is definitely losing some fluid already. And you just want to fill that hole with fluid as you compress it to the max. And put your bleeder screw back in. Oh, she's a squirter. I didn't think there'd be that much pressure behind two threads. But there we go. That one's done. That one's done. I just need to finish with those two when they're done bleeding. These two need to be cleaned up somehow. Shit. I need brake cleaner on hand, so I don't know what I'm going to do with them. Wiping them down, I got to do everything needs. Yeah, I got something out in the garage. Okay. Well, no, I guess a thin layer of shit wouldn't be too bad. Oh. Oh, man. And that's all I've got to say about that. Night, night. Okay, so we're still waiting. I've got at least, yeah, that's a mismatch. I know I have one at least mismatched one of these. Ready? There you go. No, I didn't tighten that one up. I tightened the rears up. That one looks like it's going to pop, but it's also a Kraton shotgun. It's not a Typhon shotgun. So it might be giving me a misrepresentation by how many threads it has. Body never got hit. It was bad already though. I've had this one for like 6 months. It's a J Concept, but it was already tore up. I mean, it was already beat to shit. I've had to reinforce the front. But like I said, I've had this one 6 months, beating the hell out of it, landing on the roof and all kinds of shit. So it's lived a hard life. But I didn't even touch the body. I mean, even on the first hit where I ran into the wall, that wouldn't have done anything to the body, really. I mean, it might have put the shock tower through it, but I don't think it was at that angle. It was actually straight on the bumper. Shock bottom. If you don't even put that box over there. Yeah, okay. There we go. Oh, scoozy. Matching set. I found that one. Springs are available from CenturySprings.com. I can give you the part numbers. No, I'm not going to link them in the description because I already did that. But yeah, they're 10.5 pounders. It's what we run. Well, it's what I have on both my trucks. The Mega Kraton, I don't, but I would like something to like it on the Mega Kratons. It's not that heavy. And my wife's is also running the same thing on her original Outcast, but not the newer one. And Nick's got them on his Talon as well. They are very, very heavy duty, but they get the job done. All right, we'll just force these last air bubbles out through the top, I think. There we go. Excuse me. Finally starting to get a little colder outside. It was like 80 today. It sucked. All right, I have to put a little more in that. Here's kind of a cool thing. You can do this, like feed it as you pull it back. You can get a little more fluid in there if you're just off by a little bit. See, air bubble, air bubble, air bubble, air bubble, and fluid. See? Cool, huh? Better than pulling the cap back off. All right. And this one should definitely bleed because it's got a nice little dome on top of it. It's pretty much kind of how you want it. Kind of a little burp on top. Just enough fluid to keep it in the center. It already had pressure built up. Oh, yeah. That one is definitely right. There we go. Rear shock's done. Yeah, that's just the way I like it. Yeah, it's a rough damping level to run. I mean, it's not bad. I don't really have any problems with it, like doing anything crazy. Off road chassis is pretty well balanced. Doesn't jump like bounce off of bumps too hard or anything. I mean, sometimes it will if you hit something squarish at high speed. I mean, but anything will do that. But other than that, I have absolutely zero problems with this fairly hard damping setup and spring setup. That's right by skate parks, so yeah, that's usually where you really want to make sure you're good. That's where you want to make sure you land right. Skate parks will destroy your shit quick. I've seen it too many times. Oh, come on, you. There we go. Gotcha. I wish I could play music while I'm doing this, but copyright law. Screw you people. The shock bodies and shock shafts and the seals came with the truck, yes, and the shock bottoms. The pistons and the caps are M2C, which I highly recommend. It's an emulsion style setup, or actually the new arrma setup, I believe, is an emulsion style setup. I don't know what the piston valving is. M2C runs a dual rate valving. They have extra holes in the bottom of the piston, so on the rebound, it uses the fluid to push the O-ring around the piston out into the wall. Which causes more friction, so it has a slower rebound rate. You can do that on your own with using a flexible washer, but it's these work fairly well, and I think the valving is actually pretty proper because that changes depending on your truck and weight and all that kind of shit. And then, yeah, like I said, 140 fluid and 10-pound springs, and that's it. Oh, and always when you're assembling your shocks, make sure they're the same length. Like eyeball them to, like these two are not. You guys said so, huh? Yeah, all right. Oh, God. I didn't see that. You guys see that? Bro, I tacoed a freaking shock. Wow. Okay, well, that one's staying on there for now. Okay, so yeah, I need a new shock end on this because this one I replaced it with is not going to work. I hope I have some to replace this with. I just got some. Yeah, I think that's one of the. No, that's one of the newer ones too. Oh, I got the wrong new ones. That's the problem. Well, that's fine. I'll just put one of the new ones on the back. At least they match. They'll at least be the same height. Oh, wait. That wasn't the one I was supposed to take off, was it? Man, I'm batting 1,000 tonight, huh, guys? Can't see, can't think. Well, this one's going on a lot farther. Maybe this one is actually the right one. Because I have been known to use stuff that ain't right and just make it work. Oh, yeah. There we go. Now we're good, huh? All right. Line those up there. Yep. Here's a shot pliers. My wife should be home in a minute. She's got some kind of idea for dinner because I don't have a phone to tell her to pick it up. Move. Wrong side. Yeah. No, actually, you know what? Let me just do one of these. There we go. Yeah, loosen up a little bit. All right. There we go. All right. Better, proper, done. Okay, so I guess we will install those. Stay there, you little bastard. Oh wait, we're gonna fix that motor mount thing. Yeah, that's putting me back a little bit, but whatever. I think the motor mount probably just bent, honestly. In fact, I have a pretty good feeling it is. It was impressive to get all those out without heat. So I just put them in with the red Loctite. All right. So now that my plan has gone to shit, I'm gonna redo all this crap. Oh God, yeah. Okay, we got a problem here, guys. Look at that. Do you guys see that? You see that those blue beams don't line up anymore? Yeah. Yeah, you can tell the gears don't line up either. All right, well, unfortunately, that's going to put this project behind a little bit because I know I don't want to keep you guys on that long. Well, I'm probably going to fix this and mount the motor maybe before I go to bed. But I think I'm going to cut this off in a second. Yeah, right? The story of my life, man. If it can, it will. Doesn't matter what. But, you know, can't really afford an M2C motor mount right now. They are sweet. My wife's got one. So, but maybe next time I'll make her take the jump. Yeah, right. But that'll happen. See, that looks straight. Let's line up with the gear, but this guy. Oh, God, yeah. You can just look at that. The whole thing's twisted. It's just mangled. All right. Sorry, I'll show myself here. So, yeah. Pull this thing apart. God damn, it's even split. Look at that. You see the spread on it? It's like horseshoed out. Yeah. So, that's going to have to be mangled and tempered. Probably heated up to get it right. I think I got another block I can put in there for the motor mount piece, so I don't overdo it. Definitely going to have to get it hot, though. Do it right. And without a vise, it sucks, but that's what it is. Yeah, split, spread. This is aftermarket too. This is who the hell is it? I don't know, G&K or some. Jesus Christ. Yeah, the whole thing's like tacoed in the middle, really. I don't know. You guys can see that. Like it's, yeah. Oh, wrong way. Down. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you can see it's just kind of bent. That's the one, Mike. You got it. You got it. GPM. Yep. That is that. So, let me see what we got in the bin real quick. The hell is that crap? Yep. That's it. Well, yeah, that's the last motor mount we got. Jesus Christ. How am I going to get that straightened out? Yeah, and I'm going to need that motor plate too. Shit. I don't have another one. Get the fuck off me, you. Fucking bugs in this goddamn state. Shit, I really don't want to take that pinion off. It's been on there for so long. Yeah, just don't have another one. I'm just going to have to flatten the fucker. Well, oh, shit. You know what? I'm going to have to do some shit to remount all the rest of the electronics anyway, because I got all this stuff running between the middle now. All right. Well, guys, I'm going to call it. Sorry. Yeah, right. Exactly. That's what I'm thinking. But hopefully it'll come out flat-ish because it's pretty bad right now. Look at that gap there, dude. Yeah, that's gnarly. And it's just tweaked. Yeah. I gotta get because this end is actually bent forward, like the motor like popped up, like it went with the chassis or something. Because that's actually the part that's got to come down. Is the part that bolts to it. Fuck. Well, when you do it upright, you do it upright. All right, gentlemen, I'm gonna call it for the night, and I'll see you guys probably tomorrow, I guess, for part 3. Because I want to run this bitch this weekend. We'll see how I feel after tomorrow. I'll have my phone, so yes, I'll warn y'all. Have a great night, all of you. Thank you for joining me on this wonderful adventure. And I'll see you on the flip. Oh, man. You guys are awesome.